Alright everybody, we're back. Whew. Ready to take on whatever this guy's supposed to be in our Metroid blind run. Freeze that guy. Whew, here we go. Alright, we gotta freeze all this stuff. That's step number 1. Alright, got those done. Okay. Crap. It's that middle one that seems to be the one that I really want to have to get. Drill him. Gah! Oh! Whew. Alright, that middle one is the key. That middle one is where it needs to be. Like, the top, like you'd have to jump to the bottom one. One, it's hard to do anyway. Two, when are you ever going to shoot there? Like, never. So, might as well just not even worry about it. So that middle one, if you can freeze the middle one, the little boomerangy kind of thing he throws, that would be good too, but just to kind of not take as much damage. But it worked. Just the middle one seemed to be fine. Alright. It sounded like we got something. Holy poop, we got 119 missiles. And we spent a lot of them. Alright. Well, I guess that's how we're gonna get to 255, like it said in the manual. I was wondering about that. It's like, is it really gonna be like 100 upgrades? Alright, anything to find in here? No, okay. Oh, alright, well, I was prepared for that to take a little bit longer, but that's fine. Last guy, we were able to freeze him and get behind him. This one, we weren't able to do that. But we figured it out. We got there, and that's the important thing. Okay. Well, after all that, we didn't even need to get there. Do we go back up this way? Do we go out the way we came? I don't know how to go back that way. That's one thing. I don't know. There's a lot of areas to explore both directions, and I don't think we can actually go this way. So, I guess that explains what we're gonna do. Tells us right there. Got him. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Oh, get out of there. Dangerous. Dangerous. Oh. Alright, where do we go from here? I don't know. Oh, there's so many walls to shoot at. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to. Don't make me do it. Take that. Jerk. It's so painful having to do all this stuff. Alright, that's where we came from, right? Is that correct? So in order to get back up, we gotta kind of monkey up there. Super! Let's go ahead and get started, I guess. Ah! Okay. I really don't like this hidden area, could be anywhere thing. Ah, would you get up there? Alright, here, a little lower for you. How about that, Sammy? How about that? Oh, don't you dare. Samus, I feel like we've gotten real close and attached throughout this playthrough. Let's not ruin it. This seems to be working. I'm not being able to check any of the walls, but I'm not also getting dropped to my inevitable doom and hatred of the game. So that's good. Okay, let's I don't know if we explored this one. I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I think we skipped it, maybe? Maybe not. I don't recall. Let's go. Alright. We got enough missiles to just blow everybody's brains out. So let's get them. Die. Die. Who's next? This was one of those missile upgrades. We did search it, and I think there was a wall at the end. We did try to shoot. Nothing came of it. We're gone. Not even gonna miss. Not even. No! Okay. Alright. That's how you want to be? Is that Etu Samos? Ah, it was working for the most part. Gosh darn. Why does this look different? Oh, it's just glitching. I was like, what? Obviously that's a path. No. The game just doesn't know how to deal with the fact that we're still in the same spot. It's like, you should be gone from here by now. Oh, man. Do we just die? Do we just die and go back? Like, is that the way to do this? It seems like the way to do it. Oh. Oh my goodness. The problem is there's not even a fast way to die. Just end it. Finish her. Him. In this game, it's actually him. According to the game manual. It comes with the cartridge. Ugh. There we go. Hey, we're back at the start. Goodness gracious. Alright, well, that all happened. Alright, let's go ahead and start searching this stuff again. Problem is, we have no health again now. And not positive the best way to go about any of it. Any of it. Nope, not that way. Let's take out that guy, or freeze him. That's gonna be a dangerous place to try to get health. So we're not gonna bother. Yay, 5. Nope, same screen. Bye. And I think this is the same as the one above, right? Yep. This isn't so bad. Like, this is doable. It's just these guys don't give as many health upgrades, I feel, or health boosts, whatever. Yeah, see? None. None! Oh, alright. So, down here was... There's one, thank you. Okay. What was this way? More of this. Okay. Nifty. I kind of feel like we're at the point we just use missiles all the time. Maybe not all the time, but... Alright, I don't really want to mess with that. That area, kind of a spot, gets dangerous real quick. We've been through a lot of those. Obviously I've been over there, but I'm not positive what was there. I don't even know if I can make it over there. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Not doing it. Actually, it's just the bee. And we took a damage. Just 'cause. Okay. Nope. Nope. I just don't know how to go about exploring this stuff, man. What's going on, Phil? Welcome. We are, we're getting it handed to us a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, that's good. I'm all glad to hear you're having a good day. Hopefully everything is going in the right direction. That's always good. Nothing bad there. What's making it go good for you? We beat a boss, or something along those lines anyway. So, playthrough's going alright. This is slow going at first. I just don't know where to go right now. Okay, where are we here? Try to scan. Zing.com. I can't say I'm familiar with it. No. Is it something I should know? I will probably be looking it up after we get done here. I can tell you that much. Just because you brought it up. Alright. Nothing. No secrets at all. What is this area? Nothing? Great. Great. What's going on, laid back? Welcome, welcome. I was actually just looking at your stream last night. You weren't on. You were hosting somebody, but I was just checking out, seeing what was going on with your guys's. It started playing, I think, an older video, but it looks like you guys started like a segment, kind of laid back versus retro or something like that. Kind of a cool idea. Oh. Well, I can't shoot down, so that would be bad, right? To go that way? Nice. Yeah, I keep seeing you've got, whenever I do check in, man, you got a bunch of viewers and stuff. You've definitely surpassed the student, even though I can't really call you that, right? But I try to take advantage of being like, yeah, I told Laidback to stream before he thought he could do it. So I'm trying to piggyback. But yeah, you always got stuff going on, man, which is cool, and you get to do it with your brother, which is awesome. I tried doing that with my brother, and we got a grand total of a single stream in before just schedules stopped aligning. It was great. Oh, we're barely alive. Get out of there. I know, but you figured it out all yourself anyway, you know? Like, I can't say I had anything to do with it other than encouraging. That's all I had to do with it at all. This thing is glitching out on the colors. But yeah, man, super jealous of you guys, man. You guys are doing awesome. You guys are having a great time. Seems like you got viewers all the time. Hang on a second, let me see what Phil's got going on here. Make sure I didn't feel anything. It's a portal where you can sign up for free, fill out your profile with what you do for a living, job references you got. Okay, so there's, I know of those kinds of places. At the moment, 2,800, nice, that's pretty solid. Company contacted me, offered me a new job, technical purchaser, and work prepare stuff. That sounds advanced. For 35, yeah, buddy. If I got the job, I don't even think about to stay at my company. Yeah, man. I mean, that's awesome. That's so cool that there's those sites out there. I've used them. We have one that's in the States. I mean, well, there's several, right? There's like Monster and Indeed and all those, and I've used them before. Mostly gets me spam of like jobs I don't even want, but that's cool that they were even in contact with you about stuff, and to be like so much more. That's huge. It's what it's another 25% of what you're making. That's cool. LinkedIn, okay. I know I've heard a lot about LinkedIn. I never got around to using it, although I had a bunch of people like invite me all the time. Well, by a bunch of people, I guess I don't really mean a bunch of people. That's a lie. I got a bunch of emails from the same couple people, I think is more accurate. But it wasn't like for the jobs I was looking for, right? Like with doing the corrections and stuff. So I'm just kind of going around until we're out of time. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be right now at all. I'm not currently looking for anything at the moment. But that's sweet. So they contact you about it, but you haven't done like an interview or anything yet, is that right? So there's still some of the process to go through, it sounds like. Ah, crap. That's the one where we went down all the way and then fought the boss guy, right? Fought Big Boss Man, and now we can't get back up? Well, it's a good thing we're about dead. And there it is. Yeah, I mean, of course it's different, right? An offer by itself is awesome, but it doesn't mean anything. That being said, Laidback, I've got I don't know if it'll help you, but I've got some stream stuff for you also that I've been looking at. I don't know if it'll help, but just something to keep in mind. So Phil, like, I get it, man. That's totally, like, it's in the middle. You want to be excited, but there's not really, right? I was looking for a different position with a different jail not that long ago, right? And we're going through the process, and it's a long process for this kind of work that I do. You got to go through polygraphs and all this kind of stuff, and I was getting so far through the process, I was like, all right, it should just be formalities now at this point, and it didn't end up panning out, which is, I don't know, it's weird. They thought that they had some discrepancies between my background packet and something else, or I don't know. They didn't really explain it to me, which is why I kind of think it's BS. But yeah, so had a phone interview. That's cool. All right. Well, I mean, that's already a big step. That one, they contacted you, so they saw your resume on their own. You didn't even submit it, and then they contacted you. That's cool. And then to already have a phone interview and they want to proceed, that's also awesome. I mean, I don't know how many interviews are common over where you're at in Germany, but I mean, if you're, I mean, over here in the States, a second interview is kind of like the thing. Oh, I don't know why the automod is holding that, but we're gonna go ahead and we'll allow it. Yeah, send them the documents and they'll tell you. Well, I mean, yeah, it's one of those things you want to curb your expectations, right? You want to make sure that you're staying because I that was my issue, right? I got really down after I didn't get that position because I thought I had it, man. I thought I had it, and I mean we're already we weren't to the point of like making different childcare arrangements and things like that, but we were in the process of just seeing what things were available to us if the job progressed, right? So yeah, you don't want to be too excited and get too wrapped up in it because then if it falls through, then that hurts. I know it hurt me for a while. It takes a lot to go through all these processes and stuff, and then to not to get it sucks. So it's good that you're already like, all right, let's just take it slow. Never know. Yeah, phone interview, 3 interviews for the same one job, 4 different interviews. Man, that's crazy. 4 different interviews for one thing. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, if you've had that many interviews and they're showing you around, you're like, all right, they're showing me pretty much where I'm going to be working and stuff. This should be it. Yeah, it sucks. 3 in person, 1 phone. Yeah, so definitely I would say temper the expectations, right? Don't go out and like shoot. Some people like, I'm gonna get this better job. Let me go get a brand new car and all this stuff like before you've even got it. Yeah, well, and that's something too to remind yourself is that hey, that's just one company, and there's nothing to say that these other companies might not be paying the same kind of thing. So, I mean, keeping your options open, things like that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know, common metaphor this, common phrase that. So, I would say just yeah, you've got it already kind of handled from what I would advise. Like just keep the expectations low, and hey, once you got it, you got it. But and then we'll be super hyped. But for the meantime, like try to just ride the wave and see where it takes you. But that would be awesome. That would be sweet. You have to keep me posted on what happens with that. Um, that'd be cool, man. Laid back. So something I wanted to mention to you is I don't know if you're familiar or if you do like any like YouTube videos or anything as far as like stream advice stuff like that. But there's this one guy that I've been watching a little bit of, Wild 4 Games, number 4, Wild 4 Games, right? So he does a lot of like stream tip things, little short videos, short to the point, good information in them. But he also started doing like channel reviews for his subscribers and stuff, and they're up on his Twitch in his video section. You can go back and watch his past streams and watch some of these channel reviews that he's been doing, and I've been able to learn a lot of stuff as far as like my tabs under my screen and making sure that my graphics and stuff look decent and are positioned right, things like that. So there's been some value in that. So if you'd be interested in looking at stuff like that, that's been a good free, only investing as much time as you want in watching some of this stuff, because you don't have to even do your own stream and sub and try to get a review of your own, although I'm thinking about doing it after a while. But I've just been learning some different stuff, especially playing retro games, like why growth has been slow, right? Like, granted, I'm not thinking that this is going to replace my job or anything, but at the same time, like, I've been going for what, 4 or so years? I forget even when I started, but I mean, we're still pretty low on this channel as far as where we rate. So you guys are doing quite a bit better. But either way, I thought it's good information, so I've been telling some other people. Like, I work with a couple people that stream at my job and stuff like that, so I let them know and stuff. So I've just found good information from it, so it might be something for you. That's Wild 4, number 4, games. And I don't know, it's been helpful for me. But yeah. So, anyways, that's cool, guys. I'm glad to see you guys. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. I mean, unless something was misspelled, but it doesn't really say what it was. Phone interview. Nothing's like misspelled into anything, but maybe that it's long? I don't know. I'm not sure. That I think is even just Twitch, because like I just started the little Nightbot thing or whatever, but it hasn't done anything yet. Like, I've got some time messages for it to be like, hey, check out the YouTube, hey, check out the Twitter, like, so it hasn't done any of that like it's supposed to, so I don't know what its deal is. But I have had like 2 or 3 messages maybe that it's put a little like, hey, is this okay? But the weather out here is actually not so frightful today. It's wet, but I mean, Western Washington, that's just how it is, so we're used to that. It's been cold though. It's been really cold. And my new position with my the facility this coming year is going to be a couple days in the outside recreational yard where they can play like basketball or soccer, things like that. We take the guys out and watch them out there so they can get some fresh air, open skies kind of thing. So that's gonna be freezing. Not like I picked the post. I had some other choices I could have gone with, but I mean, yeah, that's why we're out there, is so they don't shank each other. But it's a possibility. Actually, there's not a whole lot of violence at the facility I'm at compared to the ones I've been to before. So it hasn't been that bad. I mean, everything's been fisticuffs, you know, so no weapons really involved at any point. There was one like 20 dude fight in a unit one time at shift change, and there was a guy, one of the guys grabbed the clipboard off the officer's desk and smashed it over a dude's head. But he didn't like try to like then like proceed with the now sharp piece of wood or whatever and go after him. He just grabbed it, smacked him, and broke it in half, and then that was it. But still a crazy fight. Yeah. I've seen some things, is all I'm saying. It's an interesting job, keeps you on your toes. The biggest issue that I've had really is lack of sleep, because I get home and it's like midnight or so, and then like I've got to wind down, right? Because like my wife's job, oh yeah, I've had plenty of crazy stuff happen. I worked 4 years in the psych unit, so that by itself, yeah, it's crazy. But no, I mean, we respond to all those fights, so, and they generally happen at shift change unless something provokes it to happen faster. But usually they try to wait and get their boys in on it or something, even if they don't like get involved and it's still a one-on-one fight. Like their guys will like keep people back and stuff. But yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff. So I've seen some disgusting stuff. Like, you know, you just, I don't know. It's a different kind of thing. I'll have to have like just like a me talking stream one day about where people can ask questions about stuff. But there's been some throwing / painting with the fecal matter. That's true, and other matter. Yeah, my wife will watch them now and then. I don't really. I probably because like I just got done with work. Why do I want to watch more work, right? But I mean they're legitimate shows. They you know, they show accurate depictions of what goes on. The only thing I would say is sometimes from what I've seen on there, they'll take a little bit extra time between like doing something about it. Yeah. I mean, you could probably make an interesting show about medical software support, you know. Somebody's hacked into the system and they put in some malicious code and only one man can find it. Only one. And time is of the essence. They kidnapped his daughter. He has to be on a bus that can't go under 55 while he hacks in and tries to fix it. I don't know. Take a bunch of bad movie ideas and put them together. But yeah, there's been some crazy nonsense. Just I don't know. It depends on how disgusting you want to hear about, you know. But fights and stuff actually generally stay hand to hand. Shanks are more of a prison thing, and I'm at a jail, where they're still like going through their court processes and stuff like that. So they don't want to necessarily come off as bad people, but you know, somebody disrespects you, you gotta do something about it. I don't know. It's a different kind of mentality that I think most of us wouldn't necessarily be able to really connect with. Like I can understand some of their reasons. Now, out of jail, I can understand their reasons sometimes for getting a fight and stuff, and I don't know, like, but it's never like condoned, right? Um, so I don't know. And it's like, yeah, I get it, man, but you know, all the rest of us in society, we just don't talk to that person anymore. Like if they want to be disrespectful, or we just leave them alone, and or you know, we say, hey, I don't like that very much, and you know, people generally step off. But these guys, they have a different kind of. No, so the prison's usually run by the state. Um, I'm with a private company that actually runs the jail, and so it's a little bit different because we're kind of contracted. So um, I don't know, it's a whole thing. But so like when I was back at my previous jail, I was actually a employee of the county. Um, and so I'm not necessarily a sworn officer per se because I don't carry a gun. I have no real authority outside of the facility. But no, I don't work for Core Civic. Um, but I don't know. And the thing is, people have a bad feeling about private agencies running facilities like this, but they have a different mindset of what happens. And I would say that actually a private facility, now that I've worked both sides of it, the private, I believe, is actually better for the individuals that are incarcerated due to the fact that we have a contract and we don't want to lose the contract by going overboard or doing any of the, like, you know, where you see some of like the complaints about like police brutality or unreasonable and unnecessarily conduct, things like that. Like, we actually have to be more alert about this kind of stuff. So because if we mess up too bad, they could just say, all right, well, we're just going to go with a different company, or we're going to staff it ourselves, or whatever they want to do. So I would say that it's actually been better for the treatment of the individuals that are inside. So everybody thinks, oh, it's for profit, so obviously it's bad. Um, and I will say that, yes, the people at the top want their money, but generally that comes out of, like, we don't get good tools. There's usually not enough radios to go around all the time. There's not enough radio batteries, so you got to keep swapping people out all the time because, all right, it's dead. Here, let me get you this partially charged one because there's not enough left, right? Like uniforms, things like that. Like, there's just never enough stuff, usually for us, or things that would make our job easier. We don't get because they're trying to keep that dollar coming in. So, but usually the treatment of all the individuals inside is actually better, I would say. But it does make some things slower, right? Like if we've got to do a cell extraction on somebody, we have to actually call a bunch of people, get approval. As long as like there's nothing dangerous going on, right? Like if he's doing self-harm, trying to like tie up a rope or something like that to hang himself, like we can do that spontaneously. But this is more like guy is, let's say, covering his window so we can't see him in the cell. So now it's become a safety thing because we don't know if he's tying a rope. We don't know what he's doing in there. So that's like a serious rule. And so then we have, I contact the sergeant or lieutenant, whichever one. They're both about the same position. They contact, their higher up. That person contacts the agency we contract for, and then they give us the approval, like, oh, yeah, that'd be alright. This is what you can do. We'll allow you to take the pepper ball launcher, fire, 3 rounds, wait and evaluate the situation, and if necessary, you can fire 3 more, like, until you get compliance. But, like, they'll give us pretty strict parameters of what we can do in that kind of a situation, right? So, whereas when I was at the jail, guy acts up, I call the sergeant, he brings pepper spray, we hose into the room, gas it up, close the little cuff port thing, let him cook for a few minutes until he wants to comply, and it's over in 10-15 minutes, right? Like, we get him decontaminated and washed off and everything, and into a clean room. But like, all that stuff happens much faster, and the potential for going overboard happens, right? If that makes sense, right? Because now you don't have all these people watching you. You're just taking care of the situation as you see fit. Yeah, I don't know. That's the long and the short of it. But yeah, everybody just goes, oh, it's a for-profit company, so obviously they're just in it for the money, holding these people hostage and everything, and it's not like that at all. It's really not. So it's just the mentality, the public mentality of the thing, because they don't understand. They don't know what goes on behind the walls. So all they hear is the prisoners saying what's going on, which is obviously always over the top, like, oh, they starve us and they beat us, and no, that doesn't happen at all, not even close. So we have pretty strict things we got to follow. I don't know. That was a long rant. Hopefully it gave you a little more insight on what kind of stuff happens. But yeah, we can get into it sometime. Have a chat about the job. It is interesting. There's definitely been some stuff been a part of. But yeah. Anyways, I don't know if anybody else wants to hear about that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it. I gotta have something to eat before I go to work here. It's Thursday for me. Let's see, stream news. We keep trying to schedule our Edge of the Empire campaign, and keeps falling through. So, we do have our new player that's going to be joining us. So what I'd like to do, if he's up to it, is build his character on the stream. So if you haven't played one of these games before, kind of gives you some overview on how to make a character and how the whole thing works and the mechanics and everything. Let's see, other stream things. We'll take our new bidded posts from what we hear January 13th, although I haven't seen anything on paper. The only thing really changing stream wise is Tuesday and Thursday will switch. So if I switch over to my schedule screen here, basically just the Tuesday and Thursday slots switch around. That's it, because I'll be off Tuesday, Wednesday, and instead of Wednesday, Thursday. Let's see. I think that's kind of it for stream stuff. I don't know how much more is going on of Metroid, but I assume, unless somebody wants to watch something else, we'll go on to Super Metroid when we're done. But yeah, if you have any ideas for what we should play next, feel free to let me know. That's it. we'll be back tomorrow with some more Metroid, and hopefully we'll make some more progress. We made a little bit today. I mean, we got 75 missile upgraded from one dude, or whatever we got. Like, we went up from, let's see, last I saw it was at, I think we spent like down to 50, and then we were at like 120 or something. I think we got up to like 125, so if that's the case, plus we got a bunch of 5, upgrade by 5. I don't know, we made progress, and we died a lot, so, you know, par for the course. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll catch you tomorrow.